Namaskar friends. In our series of Unified Pension Scheme notification under NPS, the notification was issued by PFRDA and that is effective from 1st April 2025. We have seen about the options related things. Now, investment objectives. Rule number 9, investment objectives. What are the objectives of investment? How it is to be done? The contributions shall be invested and managed by pension funds. There are many pension funds, SBI pension fund, Axis Bank. Many banks have got pension funds. They are all investing funds in the market. Nifty, Sensex. There are a lot of, if you have interaction with this stock market, you will know what is the market index, all those things. So the fund once invested, it gets money. Of course, there is likely to be ups and downs, but normally the growth will be going on. There may be a slight loss sometime, but that will be made up in the profits. And in the market, going by the past 20 years, the market fund development, stock market fund development is on an average 15% per annum. Very rarely it goes down, otherwise it is 15% per annum. So investment, how they are doing, let us see that. So the contribution shall be invested and managed by the pension funds with an objective to optimize returns on the investments, ensuring safety of contribution in the interest of UPS subscribers. So we pay the money, the employees pay the money, and as NPS contribution. In that we have already seen individual corpus and pool corpus, and government fund also. Individual corpus has also got government fund because matching our 10% contribution, and pool corpus is a separate thing. So pool corpus investment will be done by the funding managers, that pension fund authorities, on the instructions of central government. But individual corpus, we have an option, we will discuss that. So the idea is return should be more, optimize the returns on investment, and also ensure the safety of the contribution. Fund should not be wasted under loss and other things. So they have to see, these are all experts who will be doing, but still you can't say always it will be profit only. At times markets sometimes go down and up, so they will invest in such a manner it doesn't go into loss. So that actually how they do is, all financial experts, they will do. Some basic knowledge on investment will also help us to understand. That I will make a separate video on stock markets related thing. But here the investment they do, something like mutual fund and other things, equity, everything they will do. At that, their motive will be to get more return, more profit, so that the employees get more money at the time of retirement along with pension. So the pension funds shall take adequate steps and exercise prudence. They have to be very careful. They can't be doing things recklessly. Diligence and its technical expertise while undertaking fund management, because the technical expertise is very important. So how the market behave, everything they have to see. So based on that, their investment things will go, and these things are all under default option. See, certain portion of the funds are given as loan to the government itself. Government issues a bond, etc., and takes money, fixed interest rate, certain percentage, and that is only some 9% or 8% or less than, or something like that. But when you go for investment, you get more money, but there is a small risk. So they will plan in such a manner, the default pattern will have maximum government bond and minimum equity, something like that. And the employee will have no problem. Even if there is a shortfall in the fund, they will replenish from the pool corpus fund to ensure our pension payment. That is the idea. So those who are expert in market studies, every year you can change the investment pattern. Every year you can give up. So we are going to discuss that also. But those who are expert in market movement, stock markets and other things, only those people should do their own options, etc. We are going to discuss that also. Otherwise, better don't opt for anything. Automatically it will go into default option for which you are safeguarded in the sense, if there is a shortfall, you will not be required to pay money for that to get your full pension. But if you opt for your own option with certain conditions, and when you get more money, the surplus money will be given to you. When there is a shortfall, to give you correct pension, etc., because the loss, because due to your option, they have invested, and that, assuming that resulted in loss, let us say, so your money has gone down. So these things slightly market play, but what we have to do is safer approach is go for default option, automatic. They will take the safer route, and you will not be required to pay any extra money to get your pension as admissible. As admissible, we already discussed 25 years full pension, 25 years service, full pension. Minimum 10 years must be there for retirement under superannuation. If it is voluntary retirement, again minimum 25 years service should have been completed. But pension will be started when you reach the age of 60 years. That is the condition for voluntary retirement. These things we already discussed. So what I am telling is these things will be safeguarded if you opt for default option. Okay, now investment of pool corpus. The pool corpus shall be allocated to such pension funds as determined by the central government. So central government takes care of the responsibility also. They give instruction, you invest like this. So if there is a shortfall, central government will replenish through the pool fund mechanism. Even shortfall will be absorbed by central government. So there the pension fund authorities do not have any option. They will just go by government instruction, because government is going to, after all, fill the gap if there is really a gap due to market vagaries. Okay. So the pool corpus shall be audited annually by an auditor to be appointed by the authority, because government fund is given to the fund managers. They are investing everything. So that will be audited every year to ensure that things are done as per the government's orders. Okay. Investment of individual corpus. I already explained. That is what we are going to read out now. The UPS subscriber shall have an option to choose the pension fund and the investment pattern, including a default pattern for the investment of contributions made in the individual corpus. So either you can choose default pattern. If you don't choose anything also, it will go into default pattern only. Otherwise, you can say, yeah, I want to put in ICICI Prudential only. I want to put in SBI pension fund, something like that. Anything you can choose. They will give, all options will be there. And what is the percentage you have to put in that fund? Equity this much, pension fund, mutual fund this much, something like that. What all those things, when you open the site, you will get the details. If you are expert in market movement, then only you have to go for your own options. Otherwise, the default option is safer for you, because your minimum pension is guaranteed. 60% of the contribution also will come to you. All those things. Okay. Okay. Now, what are the choices? The subscriber shall have choice of default pattern and default investment, or a UPS subscriber may choose any one of the pension funds registered with the authority. So they will list out, these are the pension funds. They will again, when you choose that pension fund, your subscription will go to them as investment. They will put it in the mutual fund, the equity, everything, and give you net asset value, all those things. That value will, whatever they charge for investment, nominal charge they will be making, and then whatever money increased due to profit and other things will be taken back whenever you change the option also. It is like it will be rotation. Automatic, then when you retire, automatically you will get your money. Okay. So you can choose anything, and if UPS subscriber not exercising such choice of pension fund shall be deemed to have opted for default pattern as determined by the authority. So if you do not opt for any pension fund or anything, so they will treat you as you have opted for default pattern. Default pattern is safer for you, because it is a natural pattern decided by the pension fund authorities. Of course, government also has say in that. So you will not have any problem, because your minimum pension and whatever money is there in that 60% also you will get. That is advantage. The people raise some question, 60% of the corpus fund will be given to you even now. Only the 40% any shortfall is adjusted from the pool corpus fund in case of shortfall to give you full pension. To simply put it, this is the rule. Okay. Suppose a subscriber exercises option, choice of pension fund, etc. They have to choose option to invest 100% of the funds in government securities. That is safer. So if you do not, you can opt for everything in government security only. You are opting. So whatever fund comes, that will be given. But it is better you accept default pattern which they will decide, and your pension is assured based on your service, and the 60% of your fund also will be given to you, because they will not recover that from that. Of course, if there is a shortfall also, 60% will be lower. If you get more money due to your investment, like wise investment, other thing options, the excess money also will be given to you. Okay. One is 100% government scheme. Scheme number G. Option in any one of the following life cycle based schemes, that is conservative life cycle fund with maximum exposure to equity capped at 25%. That means 25% of your investment, your monthly contribution will go to equities. So remaining 75% will be under mutual fund and government bond, etc. Something like that. Moderate life cycle fund with maximum exposure to equity capped at 50%. So your half of your monthly contribution, your money and the government matching contribution will go into equity up to 50%. So equity, normally it gets more return. But problem is, suddenly if it goes down, your money will also go down. So you can choose any one of these two. Of course, another one is 100% only government bond. That is only fixed interest. You don't get more. So, but all these things, when you opt for, and you end up in getting lesser money, unless you replenish by putting more money in the corpus fund, 40% corpus fund, your pension will be accordingly reduced. So, if you are expert in the market movement, if you are expert in stock market business and other things, yes, you can opt for, because people earn money, but not all people earn money. There are many who lose money also. So the safest way, my advice would be to opt for default pattern. That is, don't opt anything, automatically they will take us default pattern. Okay. UPS subscribers shall have an option to change the choice of pension fund once in a financial year and investment choice twice in a financial year. So you can change the pension fund every time, every year. So when you really opt for it, if you don't opt for it, that will be taken care by funding authorities, pension fund authorities. You don't need to worry about it. But every year, depending upon, you can assess all the pension funds, who are all working fine, who are all giving more return. Then you can ask for investing your money into that fund, something like that. So, same way, choice of investment also, that is 50% capped equity or 25% capped equity, or this 100% government bond. This 2 times you can do. Every year you can do. Okay. Pension fund shall give out easily understandable information about past performance of its schemes to the UPS subscriber to enable such subscriber to make informed choices while opting for pension fund and investment patterns. That is, they will give you this SBI life insurance or SBI insurance fund. Last year it gave this much, last 5 years this much, this thing. All those things they will give. So you can study that also. These are all those who are able to understand the market movement and fund development, etc. They can study all those options and then opt for it. But again, my point, I am repeating at the cost of repetition, that for the people who do not know market condition and other things, the safest thing is just opt for default pattern, or don't opt anything, it will go to default pattern only. And your minimum pension, that 50% of your last salary, last 2 years average salary, if you have completed 25 years of service and retired on superannuation, So you get 50% of your last pay, that is last 1 year average pay, as basic pension plus dearness relief also you will get. And whatever fund is there, only the 40% will be retained, and 60% you will get now also. The people think under UPS 60% won't be there. No, it is there. Of course, you have invested. Every month 10% you have given. So government gives in addition to these 60% total fund, pension and some small payment which we are going to discuss now. So it is actually balanced. People say, no, why I should pay? I am working. You give salary and then you pay pension like old pension. That is their argument, I agree. But given the situation, UPS has addressed most of the basic concerns of the employees when they retire, what will happen and all, because their pension is now assured. So to that extent, this UPS is very good when you compare NPS. The UPS subscriber exercising choice of pension fund and investment pattern as permissible shall be entitled to surplus amount if any. Suppose you opt for, you study every year pension fund things, SBI, ICICI or Axis, whatever it is, whichever bank or whichever insurance fund authorities, and you see promising thing and you invest that year, from that fund you get more money. So that has resulted, let's say you got a huge amount, then whatever they have big benchmark and all, yes, the excess money will be given to you. That is where, because you took a risk and you got money. Apart from that, your pension also, the minimum 50% you get. But assuming that there is a shortfall, so you assess something, you thought you will get more money, so you opted some pension fund, but that did not work properly, that incurred loss. So your money goes down. So your corpus fund goes down to that extent, because that loss has to be adjusted from your account only. So in such case, the benchmark they will call. We will discuss that also. In case that falls below the benchmark level, the individual corpus, the shortfall you have to pay in lump sum to ensure the 50% pension, that is 50% of the pay, last 1 year pay as pension when you complete 25 years of service. So here the hitch is problem that you took a risk and there is a loss, so the difference value you will have to put. Government will not give. Okay, suppose default option, what will happen? There is a loss. Government will give money from pool corpus fund to such losses. So they construct pool corpus separately to manage that. So every year budget they need not give, government need not give. Every year they will give the 10% plus 8.5% separately. That will grow separately. Even if there is a shortfall, government has to take care. Though nothing is told, that is the understanding of the rule. So when you go for default option, you may not get market profits, excess profits, but assured 60% of your corpus fund and assured 50% of your last 1 year average salary. That is the last month's salary, almost last month's salary. Slight variation will be there. That one increment divided by some 10 or 12, something like that. Small variation will be there. Otherwise, we can simply put it, you can say last salary, the basic pay. So those who opt for investments, pension funds, and the option equity this much and other pension fund this much, something like that, should think well. And if there are experts, they can do. Other people should be very cautious. Otherwise, they will have to replenish the shortfall in the 40% corpus fund, from which annuity will be purchased and you will be given pension payout. So that will be reduced. If you don't pay, your pension will be accordingly reduced. In such reduction, if it goes below 10,000 also, you will get below value only. That is the problem. So there are certain circumstances when they reduce the pension pro rata, the eligibility will talk. It will not go below 10,000. Minimum 10,000 plus DNS relief you will get. But here you opted for investment, so that incurred that led to the loss. You have to replenish the money. Otherwise, the loss has to be compensated by paying lump sum to the fund. Otherwise, you will not get your entitled pension since you opted for. But you opted for, you got more money. The corpus is huge. You will get all the balance money also. They will not retain the money. So, the pension fund authority's role and government's role is fair enough. Now they give you a choice. If you want more money, try to take a small risk. If you don't take risk, yes, I want only my savings with minimum assured pensions. The 60% value will be a huge amount. Plus your pension also is assured. So my advice is, normally most of the people should go for default option only, because the minimum is guaranteed. Your pension is guaranteed. The 60% of the corpus, whatever is available, that is also guaranteed. Now, the surplus fund, suppose as we discussed already, you took an option and you get more money. Your return is huge. Yes, at the time of retirement, it will be computed at the time of retirement for giving you the excess money also. Suppose voluntary retirement also, you will get the excess money immediately, but pension you will get from the payout. You will get from the date you complete your 60 years of age. If it is retirement under 56J, compulsory retirement, yes, immediately payout will be paid and the pension also will be paid. Shortfall also, same way, at the time before submission of your form B1 for getting pension. So if you are going on voluntary retirement, you try to pay before submission of this thing, then you will get that. So even before turning 60 years, you can pay. At the time of 60 years also you can pay, shortfall. Then you will get full pension, your entitled pension you will get for voluntary retirement. Other superannuation retirement, compulsory retirement, the moment you are retired, at that point of time, if there is any shortfall, you have to pay. If you pay, you will get your entitled pension. 60% anyway, that available amount 60% you will get. Excess amount, if it is that also you will get separately. That we have discussed now. Okay, this is another important point. So the value units of individual corpus and the benchmark corpus will be informed by the central record keeping agency, and they will have, it will be linked to your account also, UPS PRAN. So every month you will have the position of your individual corpus vis-a-vis the benchmark corpus. So you can try to understand that you are safe, you are having more money or you are having less money, how to go, but everything you can think of. So these are all advantage of investment. But if you are not sure about your market trend and other things, that you are not expert in that, just opt for default or don't opt anything, they will take as default. You will get definitely your pension, your entitled pension, and whatever money is there in that 60% also you will get. We will continue with other videos. Another 2 or 3 videos I will complete this in UPS regulations and Unified Pension Schemes regulation. Let us see in the next video. Namaskar.